And what is VR not going to give us that we think maybe it would? I mean, people have talked about VR sex and things like that. Seems a little dubious to me, but what do you think we're not going that maybe we think we are?
That's a good question, but let me just actually say where I think we are moving with this, which is that what you get in VR is very hard to explain, because we have an internet of information and knowledge, Wikipedias, you can look things up, you can look at pictures, you can learn things. It's very cerebral in some senses. What VR gives you actually are experiences that you feel. It's very hard to explain, but you're in this other world and you feel like you're in another place. You have this virtual thing in front of you and you feel it. The standard trick for a VR world is you put your goggles on, you're in a room, and they drop the floor away, and you're suddenly on a cliff, like it's a mile deep. And your brain knows that you're just standing in the same room that you were a minute ago. Right. But the rest of your body, your deep reptilian brain is telling you, you need to step back because you're going to die. And your legs are shaking and you just have to get back. And it operates, that sense of being real, of being present, is operating in a different part of our brain. And it's much more primitive and much more connected to our emotions, to our empathy. And so what we're making an internet of experiences. So the currency in the VR world and economy will be experiences rather than knowledge or information. And so it's going to be it's going to be more social of all the social media, because we're going to be sharing experiences, downloading experiences, giving each other experiences. And so that's what it's going to be about. I don't think it's going to be about high-minded things. I mean, I think there probably will be a lot of porn. So I did this survey in 1990, early issues of Wired, of 93, 94, about what people expected the internet to be, what they were going to do on it. And so they had like, I'm going to vote, electronic voting, and there would be, I'm using it for encyclopedia and education. And I mean, there was all these, finding a job. There was all these very high-minded things, and at the bottom was kind of, like, gaming, porn, gossiping, whatever it was. And so what actually happened was complete inversion. And I think the same thing about VR. I mean, I think we're high-minded about what we're going to be using it for, but I think it's going to be pretty base in that sense. Pretty common needs and desires are going to fuel it.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.